Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome to this sixth edition of the Minalogic business meetings. I'm Jean-Eric Michallet, and I'm the general manager of Minalogic. First of all, I hope you are well as your families and friends. I think what we have gone through some difficult times those past weeks, and this crisis of the past 3 months due to this COVID-19 pandemic has been very brutal and violent. So the Minalogic cluster has gone through this crisis, like your companies at whole, I hope. And we have organized ourselves, and we have worked a lot with our members to help the companies to face this crisis. Of course, due to the pandemic, we have not been able to organize this international MBM as it should be, but we have done our best effort to offer you a 2020 event that is up to the challenge. It means entirely digital, and it's really a first for us. And I would say it's already a record for us, because we have more than 400 people registered and to be present this day. And we have about 1,000 scheduled meetings, business-to-business meetings. So it should be really a real success. And I hope you will have some great discussions without any technical problems. I hope so. And we cross our fingers that it will go on with any problems. So, just to remember, Minalogic is one of the most important digital hubs in Europe, and we bring together nearly 500 members, so that between us we can help finance up to 100 million euro of innovation projects every year. The 24-person teams cover 4 areas of excellence: microelectronics, software, optic and photonics, usage and content. Innovation, growth and network are the 3 pillars of our services. The Minalogic clusters cover the entire Auvergne Rhône Alpes region, and I particularly thank the regional authority for its support for many years. So that's why I'm particularly honored by the presence of Juliette, JARRY, who accepted to be here. Juliette is vice president of the Auvergne Rhône Alpes region, and she's dedicated to digital technologies. So Juliette, this is your turn to open those Minalogic business meetings. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Jean-Eric, for those welcoming words and for your invitation to introduce those business meetings. I'm very pleased that you did not cancel your event, because I know what a great opportunity it is for many of your members, whether they are big groups, startups, or research labs. It's a little bit weird to speak in front of a screen and not to see you. However, I'll do my best to give you a brief but appetizing view of how dynamic and attractive is our region. And clearly, Minalogic is one of the main actors of our territory in terms of digital and innovation. It is a real pleasure for me to work with people with so much enthusiasm and competence. And actually, I think that the way you transformed those business meetings to turn them into something totally digital in such a short time, and with so many people attending, shows your capacity to reinvent and strengthen your model. And this is absolutely necessary in this unexpected period. During the COVID crisis, the Auvergne Rhône Alpes region has been and still is very supportive for the firms, providing protective equipment, loans, and advances. It's been a huge investment to alleviate the effect of this crisis, and we had, as a public service, to be there. I think, however, that the future resilience to another crisis will depend for the SMEs and even for bigger companies on their overall capacity to prepare themselves, and especially to integrate digital as a tool, but also as a state of mind. Digitalization is one of the priorities of the strategic roadmap that we voted in 2017. This roadmap covers several priority projects currently in progress, such as deploying very high-speed broadband and telephony infrastructure, but also enabling businesses throughout the digital disruption process and helping them developing practices. But we know that the lack of trained workers makes recruitment of specific skills very hard. So it's our responsibility to organize our training system to be tailored to respond to the needs of the employment market. So we decided to tackle this challenge through the creation of a digital campus, delivering both initial and ongoing training, coding, web design, artificial intelligence, or cybersecurity, for example, but also services to companies to embed them in the digital transformation in a 360 degrees approach. Moreover, we decided to focus on industry since this topic is a very important asset in the Auvergne Rhône Alpes region, which is the first industrial region of France. We've seen recently that relocations of some productions were mentioned, for example, by the government. That could be a very good perspective for our economic fabric. But if we want it to last, we need to be competitive. And digital can clearly help, providing a better supervision on quality, flexibility, and responsiveness, for example. Another point is that we do not want digital to be a big cities phenomenon. We do not want forgotten territories. So as a consequence, we built the campus, the digital campus project, so as it could be connected to all the existing and coming initiatives all over the region. For example, we have more than 150 training programs that are labelized all over the region. We also have a network of fab labs, of initiative platform, etc. And of course, Minalogic is part of this adventure in many ways through its activities as a competitive cluster, the creation of 42, which is a colleague school that you may know, through the European Digital Innovation Hub. And the campus was thought as a one-stop shop, co-created with many partners, both academic, economic, institutional, so that it could suit the needs in a very concrete way and ease the growth of the firms in our territory. Through this project, we aim at gathering local and international stakeholders around a center of reference in Europe, a center that drives digital transformation both in terms of technologies and skills. It aims at fostering the region's strong potential. We have a wonderful ecosystem, and cooperation is really at the heart of our strategy. Of course, I could add 1,000 things, but I'm afraid to be short of time. So maybe the best thing I could do right now is to encourage you to discover more about the campus and our project in general in the websites campus-region.fr. And of course, the Minalogic team that I thank once again for this wonderful organization can answer your question if you have some. I wish you a wonderful and fruitful day, and I hope to see you in real life soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Juliette. So a couple of quick messages, some practical advice. So first of all, a few thank yous. First of all, thank you to the Auvergne Rhône Alpes region. Thank you, Juliette, for your ongoing support and for supporting this event. Thank you, Proximum, for your project management, for putting in place the platform and for helping us transform this event into an entirely online event within a couple of days after taking the decision. Proximum helped us make sure that everything was smooth for you guys and smooth to turn this event into an online event. Thank you to our sponsors from Silicon Europe. So Silicon Europe is a cluster of clusters. So we're made up of 12 digital clusters covering all of Europe. And so we have especially a few members of this cluster present in the MBM today. So if you're looking to develop your activities in any of their regions, get in touch. You can make meetings today during the MBM. You can connect through the chat and you can request meetings all day long. So you're not stuck to your agenda. You can continue to make meetings. As I say, the Silicon Europe clusters are all present. So we have Silicon Saxony from Saxony and Germany, MESAP from the north of Italy. We have Silicon Alps from Austria. We have Gaia from the north of Spain. We have DSP Valley from Belgium, and we have the Pôle SCS from the south of France. So if you're looking to develop, to make contacts in these regions, request meetings with the Silicon Europe clusters. Thank you again to all our partners. So we have a lot of partners which have really helped us communicate on our event. So we have Class Export, Enrich USA, Outdoor Sports Valley, the Canadian Embassy in France, Adderly, Invest in Global, Business France, Auvergne Rhône Alpes Entreprise, Hub Retail, Optitech, Systématique, Pulsolis, Le PGX, Photonics France, and Scopi, which is one of our members, which has provided its access to its online platform to get further in-depth knowledge about startups for free for participants for the MBM. So check that out. That's online until tomorrow. So you've got a chance to follow up and get some more information about the companies that you're getting in touch with. As I said, it's still possible to make meetings all day long with companies, with Minalogic, with our partners. Any meetings that can't take place today, so in your agendas you might have some meetings that have been accepted, but they're not in your agendas. So this is because the person that you want to meet has a full agenda already. So these meeting requests, you'll receive all the contact information for the person that you want to meet this evening or tomorrow morning, and you can arrange to follow up with them directly. So not to worry, if you have a meeting accepted, you will get the contact details for that person. For any technical issues, if you want to make new meetings, if you have any issues with your agenda, if you have issues with your connection, you have a chat available on the platform. Get in touch. Again, there's someone from Minalogic as well, always online on this chat. So you can also chat with Minalogic through the chat function. So you have technical advice and practical advice about Minalogic as well that are there. So if you'd like to make a meeting, if you'd like to ask some questions, don't hesitate to use the chat. So each meeting today lasts 25 minutes. Please leave 5 minutes between the meetings to allow people to have the time to go to the bathroom, to get a coffee quickly before the following meeting. If you have any gaps in your agenda, think about checking out our conference program. So we have a really rich program of conferences today with international speakers, experts in research and industry on the theme of design. So design, user experience, design thinking. So we have a panel of awesome international speakers. So again, thank you very much to our speakers from School Lab, Headcanon, the Groupe Zèbre, Grenoble Alpes University, entre autres, the UC Berkeley, HPE, IBM, the CEA, Salomon, Venture Designers, Adobe, City du Design, and of course our technical director David Gallerinier, who has put together this awesome program of conferences. And David's program is going to start at 9 o'clock, so you've got a couple of minutes to get a coffee before joining in on David, and he's going to give us an introduction to this conference program and to the theme of design and give you an insight onto some of the methodologies and thinkings behind design and a flash of our ecosystem around design. So definitely tune in for David at 9 o'clock. If you want to participate in a conference, again, you go into your agenda, you click, you go into the program, the program tab, you click on the conference that you want to participate, and if it's already time for that conference, you click on the title, and then you have the option to join in directly. So don't hesitate to check out the conferences. Have fantastic meetings. I hope they're very fruitful for everybody. If you have any questions for Minalogic or technical questions about the platform, about your meetings, use the chat. And thank you all for participating. It's great to see you here. We're 78 people are connected right now, so that's awesome. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you.